It is my pleasure to speak at this event to launch Nigeria's audacious energy transition plan. Globally, we have seen decisive climate action typically start from the energy sector. Many have sought to transform their energy mix by switching from fossil fuels like coal to renewable sources like solar and wind for electricity, giving estimates that energy consumed for electricity, heat, and transport account for over 70% of global emissions. This direction is indeed positive. It is important that discussions about greening the energy sector must not ignore the realities faced by developing economies. For instance, about 91 million Nigerians still lack access to electricity, and about 175 million lack access to clean cooking solutions. With this reality, an effective energy transition strategy in our country must capture the urgent need to bring modern energy services to everyone. In other words, there can be no energy transition without energy access. Furthermore, it is clear from historical trends that sufficient economy-wide energy consumption is necessary for job creation, economic development, and poverty alleviation. In fact, there are no high-income countries today with an annual electricity consumption below 3,000 kilowatt-hours per capita. Conversely, in 2020, the average electricity consumption per capita in Nigeria was only 360 kilowatt-hours. This shows the massive scale of development needed to ensure growth in our country, even as we seek to tackle climate change. Consequently, a key imperative of the Nigerian Energy Transition Plan is the achievement of UN Sustainable Development Goal 7, SDG 7, which calls for universal access to clean and affordable energy by 2030. We target to achieve 30 gigawatt operational capacity by 2030, with 30% from renewable sources. Delivering Nigeria's net zero target requires huge investment in generation capacity as well as transmission and distribution infrastructure. Our plan recognizes the role natural gas must play as a transition fuel on the path to net zero. Gas will support establishing base load energy capacity, stabilizing the grid to allow for integration of renewable at scale, and addressing Nigeria's clean cooking deficit in the form of LPG. These present the opportunity to commercialize more domestic gas in the short term. Like the rest of the world, we acknowledge that energy can be a silver bullet to unlock the potential to reach net zero emissions. However, we also understand that energy poverty must urgently be addressed if we are to reach our economic development potential. Our energy transition plan recognizes the urgency of both climate change and energy poverty and outlines pathways to address these issues. My hope is that this innovative energy transition plan we have developed will advance conversations on climate action to include the development priorities of African nations. Thank you.